Hi friends, my name is Jess. Welcome back to Books Past Bedtime. Today we are going to be doing a 24-hour readathon vlog. I'm very excited. I've been wanting to do another one of these for a long time, but working full-time is just kind of hard to squeeze one in, and I might fail this one because I failed the last few that I've tried to do, but I'm going to try to be committed and I'm going to try very hard to power through and get this done. Right now it's 9 p.m. on Friday night. I think I probably will start this here pretty soon, just maybe make it like a 27-hour reading vlog and go till midnight tomorrow on Saturday. This is my channel and I make the rules, so that's how it's going to be. So the goal for this 24-hour readathon is honestly to finish as many books as I possibly can. I am currently reading an inane amount of books. It is stupid. I don't know why I'm doing that. In my ideal world, I would finish pretty much all of the books that I have started, but there are quite a few. I'm going to go through my tentative TBR and kind of estimate how long I think each book is going to take me. Obviously, I am most likely to fall asleep tonight because I just cannot stay up all night, but I'm hoping to kind of just sleep from maybe 1 to 6 or something. I would like to keep it minimal, just take a quick power nap or something, but we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll power through and stay up all night and into tomorrow and just go to bed tomorrow at 9. I don't know. We'll find out what happens together. But here's my tentative TBR. So I think the first book I'm probably going to tackle is Watch Over Me by Nina Lacour. This is a ghosty magical realism YA story. It's very whimsical and magical. It's about this young girl who grew up in foster care, and when she graduates high school, she gets this job as an intern on this farm helping other foster kids. So she moves there, and while she's there, she's really confronted by her past and has to work through a lot of her trauma along with some of the other kids there on the farm. And I think there's also something kind of sketchy going on. I haven't quite figured it out, but let's see. I'm currently on page 152. Here's my note from Amanda, because she got me this book, of 261. So I have exactly 110 pages, 109 pages left of this one. This is a really very short book, and there's quite a lot of pages where there's not a lot of words at all. So I honestly am kind of hoping to knock the rest of this out in an hour or an hour and a half. I read the first 152 pages last night in around an hour and 20 minutes, so I don't see why I can't knock out the second half of the book in that same amount of time. So that is on the list for sure. I also would like to finish Get a Life, Chloe Brown. I've been reading this book since December because I'm toxic. I'm currently on page 212 with my cute bookmark from Christine. I'm struggling here. So I'm currently on page 196 of 369. The words in this book are pretty large, so it's a pretty quick read, but I would say it'll probably take me another at least 3 hours to finish this one. So better to allot more time than not enough. So I'm going to say it'll take me about 3 hours to finish this one. And if you didn't know, this is an adult contemporary romance. It follows our main character, Chloe Brown, who at the beginning of this novel has a near-death experience, so she decides to make this bucket list of things she wants to accomplish to kind of live a little bit more. She enlists her landlord slash he's the handyman for the apartment complex to help her out and achieve these goals, and they start to fall in love. It's really cute so far. I'm definitely enjoying it, so I just need to finish it, and I'm planning to do that tonight, tomorrow, etc. I am also currently reading Winterwood by I cannot remember the author. I'm listening to this on audio. I'm about halfway through. I just downloaded the ebook so I can look at the ebook while I'm listening, so I can listen at 3 times speed, and I think if I do that, I have about 2 hours of that left. This is a YA fantasy kind of story about this young girl. Our main character, she's known as the witch around town. There is this boys camp across the lake for misguided boys, and one of them goes missing, and our main character, she finds this boy in the woods and he's close to death. She brings him home and nurses him back to health a little bit. I don't really know where this one is going at all. I liked it at first and I still like it fine, but I just don't really understand what the point of it is. We're kind of trying to figure out this mystery because I think this other boy went missing along with Oliver, who she found in the woods, but we don't know if he's dead or what happened to him or how Oliver was involved. So I think that mystery is the point, but it doesn't feel very high stakes to me because I didn't know the boy that went missing, so I don't really care that much. but I'm reading that one as well. And then I also have started Lost in the Neverwoods by Aidan Thomas. This is an arc. I would like to finish this one as well if possible. I'm on 15% of this one, and I think my Kindle says I have like 5 hours of this one left, so this one's definitely going to be a bit more of a project than the rest of them, but I think it's doable. This is Aidan Thomas's newest release. It's like a Peter Pan retelling, pretty much so far as I can tell, pretty accurate, but I say that, but literally Peter falls out of the sky and lands on her car in the real world in Oregon. So it's a little bit different, but I'm interested to see where it goes because Wendy's brothers, John and Michael, are missing, and they have been for quite a while. So I'm interested on where they are. I kind of think maybe they're in Neverland, but I don't know why Peter is here on Earth. I don't know what's going on. I don't know, but I'm liking it a lot so far. I love, love, love Peter Pan. So I'm very excited to continue this one, and it's going good so far. So that adds me up to like 12 hours of reading if I manage to actually read for 12 of the 24 hours. I'm not convinced that I'm going to be able to do that, but we shall see. And if somehow I finish all of those, I think I probably will pick up Take a Hint, Danny Brown by Talia Hibbert. This is the second book in the Brown sisters trilogy, I think, and it follows the sister Danny, her and 𝗬𝗡, the love interest. He saves her from a burning building, I think, and then everyone in the media thinks that they're dating, so they decide to fake date because it's mutually beneficial for them. I've heard a lot of people say that this is their favorite in the series, so I'm excited to pick this one up. I do have it on Scribd on audio, so I can listen to it maybe at 3 times speed and get through it. I think it's like 9 or 10 hours, so I could do that in like 3.5 hours. So this is another possibility, but if I don't get to these, I won't be that mad, but I would like to finish the first 4 that I listed. But this would be a pleasant bonus. And then if I decide I don't want to pick up Danny Brown, or if somehow I finish that one as well, I probably will try and pick up The Weight of the Stars by Kay Ingram. This is a sapphic sci-fi story. I don't really know exactly what it's about, but I think it's about these 2 girls. One of the girls, her mom is going into space, and she's kind of dealing with the repercussions of that and what that means for her and the rest of her life. And she befriends this other girl, our main character, and they might have like a friendship romance. I don't know exactly all the intricacies of this book, but I really loved Kay Ingram's other book, The Wicker King, so I'm excited to pick this one up, and I think it's going to be good. And I think it would be good for a readathon because there's not a lot of words on the page, and the chapters are really short, so I think this would be an easy one to fly through. So this one is getting added to the list as well. So that is my little TBR possibility pile. I think right now I do have to film a couple of vlog clips, so I think I'm going to do that really quick while I'm sitting here talking to my camera, and then I probably am going to make some tea, take off my makeup, put some pajamas on, and get in bed because, you know, it's late, and we will get reading. Well, I did have every intention of starting an hour ago, but we'll just start now. It's 10:30, so let's start reading. So I have my room all cozy and nice, so I'm in a good atmosphere. I got my tea, and I'm ready to get reading. An hour in, we finished my first book, so I just finished Watch Over Me by Nina Lacour. I definitely really liked it, but to hear more of my thoughts, you're going to have to watch my specific reading vlog for it. I'm not sure if it's coming out before or after this video, so definitely watch out for that, but it should be out very soon. So I have 45 minutes of reading done, pretty much a little bit over that, almost 50 minutes, and I'm not that fast of a reader. This was just a little book with few words, so that's why it only took me that long. I think next I kind of want to jump back into Get a Life Chloe Brown, so I think that's what I'm going to pick up next. I read about 40 pages of Get a Life Chloe Brown, but I am getting very tired, so I think I'm going to listen to the audiobook for Winterwood for a while and perhaps take a nap. I wanted it to be 90 minutes, but I might let myself sleep for 3 hours and then see what I can do, but I'll keep you updated. That is what I'm going to do right now.
6 hours later.
Well, I thought I set an alarm for 4, but I guess I didn't. So it's 6:30 now, and I'm gonna go back to reading. I think I'm gonna try and finish Winterwood this morning, and I will update you when I have something to update you on. It's 11:15 and I did manage to finish 2 more books in the last couple hours. I did finish Winterwood by Shea Earnshaw. This was about a 3-star book for me. I wasn't a huge fan, but I did like some aspects of it. It is going to be featured in its own exclusive reading vlog, so I'm not going to talk too much about it here, but I did finish it. And I also just finished Get a Life Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. I liked this one a lot too, but I'm really sad because I don't feel like I loved it as much as a lot of people did. I kind of struggled with the writing in particular. It had a couple things that I just don't love personally in my writing styles. It was like overly metaphorical. The characters were kind of overly dramatic, and there was a lot of like thought dialogue and not a lot of actual back and forth between the characters. The way that they thought just was very like repetitive and overly dramatic, and I didn't like the vocabulary used in a lot of the scenes. There was just a lot of physical attraction again, and like there were some sweet scenes, but it was very much like Red babying Chloe, and I don't know, I just wanted some more banter, scenes of them really like complimenting each other, which I don't think we got enough of. Like, I thought that they were cute together and I liked the romance, but I wasn't like super rooting for them. The third act conflict wasn't too bad, but again, I just was kind of underwhelmed by this one, unfortunately. I think I'm gonna end up giving it 3 stars. I do hope that I like Dani Brown and Eve better, because I think that that's the general consensus, that people like those two a little bit more. This one I just struggled with a little bit. I hope the writing maybe in the next couple books is a little bit stronger. It just was a little like too much for me. It was fun enough and I'm glad to be done. So that means in the first 12-ish hours of the readathon, I have finished 3 books, which is pretty good, especially considering I slept for 6 of those hours. Right now, I think I'm going to maybe take a bath, because that sounds like a fun Saturday activity. Maybe do a little bit more reading. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to start next. I'm either going to jump into Law Lost in the Neverwoods, or I might start the audiobook for Dani Brown just because I might want an audiobook going now since I finished Winterwood, which I was also listening to on audio. That is my plan for now, and let's just hop to it. Alright, it's now just about 1 o'clock. I just got out of the bath, I had lunch, and I did start listening to the audiobook for Take a Hint, Dani Brown, so I'm going to keep listening to that. I'm enjoying it so far. I think the audiobook might be the way to go for this series. I'm definitely enjoying listening to this one a little bit more than I was enjoying listening to Chloe, so I am going to have a good time. I'm going to have my popcorn. Elvis and I are going to eat my popcorn, and I think I'm going to go sit upstairs and work on my puzzle while I'm listening to the audiobook just to get a little variety going on. So that is the plan, so let's get to it. So I just came in from sitting outside for a while. I did decide to start to have it upside down. The Weight of the Stars by Kate Ingram. I was gonna read Lost in the Neverwoods, but I don't have a paperweight, so it's kind of hard to read my Kindle outside. So I decided to start this physically, and it's really good so far. I was only out there for about an hour, and I'm already halfway through, so it's a really fast read, which that's kind of why I picked it up. It has really short chapters, so I think that's helping me get through it pretty quickly. It's really good. It's a YA sci-fi story about this girl. She kind of collects like this motley crew of friends. She really enjoys helping people, and she's like the leader of this ragtag group. A new girl moves to school named Alexandria, and she decides to take her under her wing as well. Alexandria's mother is actually in space and has been for her entire life, so she is obsessed with sitting outside trying to catch radio signals from her mother. So those little sci-fi elements are really cool, and I just am really enjoying this so far. Kate Ingram really writes such interesting, diverse, and unique characters that just feel very real. There's lots of discussions of like mental health and just dealing with things as a teenager, and I just really enjoy them. I like her writing a lot, and I'm having a good time with this one. I did get about halfway through Dani Brown when I was upstairs earlier listening to my audiobook and doing my puzzle, so I think I'm going to take my dog for a nice long walk and listen to some more of that. I definitely think that I can probably finish that today, as well as The Weight of the Stars. I don't know that I'll finish Lost in the Neverwoods, but I would like to get like 50% of the way through that one. I think if I can knock those two out and do half of that one, it will be a very, very successful day. So I'm going to keep trucking, and we shall see. I think I'm halfway through the audiobook, like I said, so I have like 5 hours left, but 2.5 actual hours. So I'm gonna walk my dog and then clean my room because it's a mess, and fold my laundry, and I think that will help me knock that audiobook out, and that is the plan. Excuse the lighting that makes me look like a shiny egg. It's been a little while since I updated you, so I thought I would give you an update. So as you saw, I took my dog for a walk and I listened to Take a Hint, Danny Brown. I currently have 2.5 hours left, I think. So if I continue listening in 2 times speed, an hour and 15 minutes. So I definitely should finish that tonight. And so after that, and then I folded some laundry, and then I had dinner with my parents. And just now I watched the Sugar and Spice Book Club live show for the X Talk. My friends Kristen and Amanda host this book club, and the Roomies Digest was on there. So I had read that book, so I was discussing that with them, watching it on the big screen down in my basement, which was really fun. And it was a good discussion. I personally hated the book and gave it 1 star, but there were quite a few mixed opinions, so it was fun to talk about it with everybody. So that was nice, and that was a nice little break. It is currently 8, so now I can't decide if I want to just go ahead and finish Danny Brown or if I want to jump back into The Weight of the Stars right now when I'm a little bit more awake than I might be later on. I am not totally sure. I'm also not sure. I feel like I want to just keep reading for the rest of the weekend, but I have to do other things tomorrow, like edit videos and stuff, so I probably won't. But I've actually had a really good day, and it was so nice outside, getting to sit outside for a while and read, and going on a walk. It was almost 60 degrees Fahrenheit here today, so it's just been really nice out and nice to feel like I'm not stuck in the house all the time anymore and to actually be able to go outside. I literally walked around in shorts today. Like, it's just so nice, and it just made me so happy to sit out there and just read. So I've had a really good day, and I'm really proud of myself so far of how much I've read. I definitely will try and update you again one more time tonight, probably at least, and then maybe do a wrap up tomorrow morning of everything that I read, and I will like add up all my pages and stuff. But I think I'm on track to finish 5 books, which is awesome, and I would really like to get 50% of the way into Lost in the Neverwoods, so I might just try and stay up tonight and do both of those things, but we shall see. Either way, I will keep you updated. Right now, I'm probably going to put on an ambiance room and read for the next hour, and then I know Christine and Mo are hosting some reading sprints, so I might turn those on in the background while I continue to read tonight. Those start at 9, so in an hour from now. But yeah, and just a little update, I have been tracking my time throughout this readathon, just to kind of see where it's going, and I've read for 10 hours so far, like actually dedicated reading time. I think I've read a little bit more, and I might go back and change it because, like, for example, when I was eating lunch, I was listening to my audiobook, but for the most part, I've read for about 10 hours, which is pretty good. I kind of thought it would be more, but I did sleep for 6, and then I took like a couple hour-long breaks to like eat and watch this live show, so I'm doing pretty good. I'm pretty proud of myself, and I'm just gonna keep trucking. Well, I did not do what I said I was going to do in the last clip. I did read about an hour more of Lost in the Neverwoods, so I'm now at 40% of that book, but I didn't read any more Take a Hint, Danny Brown, and I didn't read any more The Weight of the Stars. And now it's 10:30 and I'm tired after scrolling for an hour and a half on TikTok. So, ending this 24-hour readathon with a bang. I haven't decided yet. I might try and finish everything tomorrow, but I have other things to do tomorrow, so I don't know how that will happen. But either way, I will give you some kind of a wrap-up conclusion tomorrow if I don't continue the vlog. So that is the plan, and I am going to go to bed. So, good night. I was not as dramatic as I thought I was going to be. Alright, so like I said, I fell asleep last night a little bit early, but that's okay. I still did a lot of reading. So I think over the 24 hours I probably read for about 12, but here is my little chart of my time tracking. I even broke it down on when I was reading a physical book, when I was listening to an audiobook, and when I was reading an ebook. So I just think it's very interesting seeing that all laid out. I mostly did a pretty good job of staying off TikTok and reading during all my free time, so I'm pretty proud of myself. I think I did a great job. And here's a little chart just showing that I read for about 11 hours on Saturday, and then I read, of course, for like the hour before on Friday night. So I think we did a pretty good job. I'm pretty proud of myself. So let's go through everything that I read. So the first book I finished was Watch Over Me by Nina Lacour. I think I read 142 pages of this on Friday night. I really loved this one. I thought it was really good. I'm definitely going to talk about it more in a video coming very soon, so I'm not going to talk about it too much here, but I think overall I'll probably give it 4 stars. The next book I finished was Get a Life Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. I think I read about 155 pages of this throughout the readathon. This was cute. I quite liked it, but it wasn't my favorite. I don't think I loved it as much as some people, so I was kind of sad. I think I'm going to give this one 3 stars. I definitely liked the romance and the characters, but I just wanted some more communication with them. I feel like they were very much in their heads and didn't actually talk a lot on paper, so I didn't love that, and also just some of the vocabulary and the writing style was a little bit hard for me to get through, but overall I did like this one and I thought it was cute, and I'm glad to finally finish it because I've been reading this one since December. And then I finished Winterwood by Shea Earnshaw. I think I read about 155 pages of this throughout the readathon, maybe almost 200. This was another one that I felt kind of meh about. It is also going to be featured in a reading vlog, so I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I do think that I'm going to give it around a 3 star. It was just kind of average. There were some things I didn't like about it, some things I liked about it, so that's what it's getting from me. And then I didn't finish any other books, but I did read about 275 pages of Tinka Hint Danny Brown by Talia Hibbert. This was my audiobook that I was listening to throughout the day yesterday. I only have about an hour of it left, so I definitely will finish it very soon, and I'm glad that I made such good headway in it. I am really enjoying this one. I think I'm enjoying this one a lot more than Chloe Brown. Danny and 𝗬𝗡 are having a lot more good conversations in this book, and I can really see why they like each other and why they're attracted to each other, so I'm definitely enjoying this one a little bit more. The smut scenes are a little bit much for me, and I think it's the vocabulary that they're using, and I had that trouble with Chloe Brown as well, but I am liking this one so far, and I'm feeling like this one might be closer to a 4 star, maybe even a 5 star if I really love the ending, but we shall see. So I read about 275 pages of this one, and then I also started reading The Weight of the Stars by Kay Ingram. I didn't get any farther than when I last updated you, but I did read 187 pages of this book and am pretty much exactly halfway through. I'm really enjoying this one so far. It probably has the potential to be a 4 or 5 star book. It is also going to be featured in the same reading vlog that Watch Over Me is going to be featured in, so look out for that. That should be coming maybe my very next video after this one. And then I also made some headway in Lost in the Neverwoods by Aidan Thomas. I wanted to get to 50% and I didn't quite get there, but I think I probably read about 100 pages of this total throughout the readathon, so that was pretty good. And I'm really liking this one so far. This one also has the potential to maybe be like a 4 star read, maybe a 5 star, I don't know. It depends on what happens in the second half, but I'm really enjoying this one. I think I'm liking Cemetery Boys a little bit more at this point, but this one definitely has the potential and I'm excited to see it through to the end. So I featured 6 books throughout this readathon. I didn't finish 6, I only finished 3, but I still think I read a ton, and throughout the 24 hours I did manage to read almost 1,000 pages, so I think that that is a pretty damn good accomplishment. I definitely feel a lot more caught up on my TBR, as you saw from me doing my bullet journal before this clip, and overall this was a fun time. I kind of want to start doing these more often because I feel like a great way to get caught up when I'm not reading as much during the week because of work. So I had a lot of fun and I feel very accomplished after this, so thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you being here. Definitely make sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter if you feel so inclined. Also subscribe and like this video if you liked it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.